Well, welcome back to Steve Rob Reviews. Guess what we're talking about today? Coolers. I have 3 coolers here. I just got a brand new one. And we're going to talk about coolers, the difference between a half decent cooler to a good cooler to a bad cooler. And I've had all of them, in between. And this new cooler I got here, my daughter bought me that. And I was looking at that cooler and she decided she was going to get it for me. So thank you very much. But today we're going to talk about the difference between the Rotomolded, and you'll see them coolers, they're got names like Yeti and that kind of stuff. We're talking about coolers $400 and up, thick wall, 2 to 3 inches thick wall, and they say they're 7 days to 10 days of a cooler, and some of them are quite expensive. The first one here is my Coleman Extreme. Fantastic cooler. I get 5 days out of that, no problem. The next one down here is my Igloo, and that's the same. Now the only thing I did with that is I modified it a bit. I showed in the video where I put a brand new gasket in here all the way around. Made a huge difference. I'm going to show you this new one now, and I'll tell you what, I really can't see where there's any benefit in spending $110 for this or $500 for these Rotomolded coolers that I'm thinking, okay, like, are you out of your mind? There's no way there's any value in that. Sure, they're well built. They're built like a tank. They're huge. And you know what? I looked at them and I couldn't even use it. There's no way I could possibly use it. It's way too big and bulky. And yeah, it says it's going to give you 7 days of ice. And this one here, for just over $100, give you 6 days. So is it really worth it buying these Rotomolded coolers? Well, I don't know. How many people are going out for more than, say, 5-6 days in the first place? Before you have to get some more ice or something. I mean, where are you going? So I really can't see the benefit of it, but I'm going to show you this cooler right here. It's a Igloo brand, and it is just awesome. Well, first of all, I'll show you my Coleman, my small one here. For you that are new to the channel, I always make an aluminum insert in here, and that's just to put my creamer in. I got an ice block I put in here, and this works fantastic. It keeps the water off and everything. So with this one here, now this is the Igloo STX. Guys, this is built like a tank, and it does say 6 days. I'll show you the handles on it here. They're not cheesy at all. This is nice rubber. Absolutely terrific. And what I like across the back, stainless steel, screwed in hinges. No plastic stuff. And that's the problem that I found on a lot of coolers is on the back here. After a while, it's only a plastic hinge, and they snap, very easily. And you end up replacing them a lot. Another thing I like about this cooler, nice latches, beautiful latches, stainless steel impregnated with it's in plastic as well. And at the end here, I like this. This is a turn knob drain. It's not like just a pull-out plug. Sometimes I've had that plug pop out, water all over the place. I like the screw in, which is better. And so let's take a look inside here. Well, as you can see, I put the insert out of my big one in here. And I got a spot in here to put my coffee creamer. I got lots of room here. And I put an ice block underneath here. And this is the size of my ice block here. And you can tell it's going to fit in here perfectly. So I'm going to be able to put an ice block in here and probably another half. One inside of here. So I've got all this area here that I can put stuff on, and same as over here, none of it's in the water at any time. Another good feature, nice stainless steel cables on both sides. Guys, this is built like a tank, and it's heavy duty, and that's the way I like it. I just thought I'd show you the back of most coolers here, and this is the Coleman here, and it's the same on the Igloo. And after a while, opening and closing, these here will crack and break, and you got to buy new hinges, and most of the time they're like $15 for the hinges. Well, it just dawned on me. A lot of you are new to the channel and you haven't probably seen where I get my ice blocks from. I'm going to take you around the side of my garage and I'm going to show you. I make my own ice blocks and I got my own freezer and I'm using ice blocks. Usually I go up north about once every week during the summertime, and this is the only way to go. Unless you have a propane fridge up at your camp, or if you have a solar system that's big enough to run a fridge off of, well, this is the way to go. I'll show you what I do. Well guys, if you're right inside of there, I have a freezer. I've got a small little vent that you put on a roof of a house to let the hot air go out, and I have a little door on the side here to let the air come in, and I'm going to take the lid off for you and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here we go. There you go right there. And there's some Rubbermaid totes in there, and this one here is a half a block. This one here is a half a block, and I've got two underneath that are full blocks, and that'll just work out terrific. Well, I will be testing out this Igloo STX cooler. It's a heavy-duty cooler, and I think it's very well made. I will be testing it out, seeing how many days I do get out of it and comparing it to the Coleman. And guys, you can't go wrong with the Coleman or the Igloo as far as I'm concerned. And when I first started off the video, I was mentioning about these rotomolded stuff. Guys, you let me know in the comments if any of you own one of these $600 fancy coolers, because you know what, $100 is all you really need. And this thing here, I think it'll be good for 5-6 days, no problem. And I have, you know, in the past bought one of them coolers were like maybe $25-30, just the entry-level coolers. You're lucky if you can get 2 days out of them. So, you know, unless you're just going out for the day or something, forget it. You know, but I'm going to test this out. You're going to see a vid in the future exactly how good this cooler actually is. So, thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, well, you're welcome to subscribe. Come back again now, eh? Cheers.